security. Does it need to change? Well, here's Nubia to tell you more.
This is a clip showing kids in line presenting their IDs to Graham. The IDs show their identification, grade, and if they belong to this school. Here's an interview with Graham, head of the security team, who talks about why students carry the IDs and the consequences when students do not have their IDs, and how the Platte Canyon High School dilemma affected Hinkley High School.
The school district requires every student in the school district to have an ID. Second off is for safety reasons, okay, so that we know who is and who's not a student in your building, okay, and therefore, if a kid doesn't have an ID, he's basically trespassing. Well, we give them a 3-day ticket that allows them 3 days to get their ticket, and now we're going to an hour after school. We're slowly progressing to 3 hours. After they get to 3 hours, we go to suspension, and then we write them a ticket for trespassing. We have to pay attention to the safety of all students, and it makes us more alert and more aware. One of the things that we want students to be aware of is to not open doors for strangers. The other thing is, the other day when we had a little situation here, everybody text messaged everybody. So they should text everybody and say, hey, do not open doors and put rocks in doors and block doors open, because that allows an intruder to come in. And then that's somebody we can't see. So if somebody's putting a rock in thinking they're helping somebody, they're hurting us all.
According to a 2006 survey of students without security in a high school on safeyouth.org, 20% of students said that they had carried a weapon to school in the last month or so. 21% of students said that they had been threatened or injured with a weapon, and 18% said that they had missed at least one day of school in the last month because they felt unsafe at school. Are security measures working? This clip demonstrates how students are letting other students in. This can reveal how IDs at one entrance isn't beneficial if students are letting other students in. Is this putting our school at greater risk to letting an intruder in?
The Hinkley High School students proudly received their medals.
Hinkley students were surprised with a special awards assembly honoring achievement on last year's CSAP.
So what we're doing today, for the first time at Hinkley High School, we're giving a number of awards of recognition to individuals, and we have a lot of them. If you look up, we're going to welcome the dance club, led by Miss Pitnays.
The dance team performed once again.
Denise Hernandez, advanced high proficient in reading.
Students received medals for reaching advanced levels and for improvement to test scores. The assembly was concluded with a special presentation by student government on new rules and regulations for school.
Is construction causing chaos during school hours? Well, here's Matt to tell you more.
Hinkley High School has now been under construction for about 1.5 years now.
You're looking at the T-Bird statue and also at the main entrance of the building, which will be right behind the T-Bird.
Here you see one of the new additions to Hinkley High School. This used to be part of the courtyard.
The other complaints we had were mostly just from teachers when they're doing smelly and noisy things over on the construction site. It gets kind of loud. But all we do is just move to another location. This is Nathan Wilkes, who's one of the superintendents for Saunders. He's the guy who makes this project happen. A little break. The parts that will be opening will be the new addition out front, and the other areas that are going to open are a set of classrooms that are underneath the west building right now. Those will be opening as well. This area here is the clinic, or the nurse's office. If you've been in the existing nurse's office, you'll probably put her entire office right here in this outer area. The project was part of a $225 million bond that the voters approved. The Hinkley portion of that is rated $29 million.
The new nurse's office is now much bigger and much more expanded than it was before.
Most of them will have a classroom. It depends on how fast we grow and how many more additional teachers that we have. But at this point, teachers will have classrooms to teach in, but they also have their own individual offices.
Here you can see how some of the new air vents are being installed.
The date that is written on the calendar to have this project done is August 10th of 2007. So it's really next fall when we come back, the whole project will be done. Realistically, though, once we get it done, it will take us probably another 3-4 months to iron out all the bugs. There we go. This is one of the science classrooms that was remodeled. This classroom, before we did this, was originally from 1963, and the room itself used to be pretty much as it was up to last year.
Fall dance. Let's see how T-Birds get their groove on. Here's Erica.
The Fall Festival was a spectacular event that took place on November 17, 2006.
So who cares? That makes it.
The event happened to start later than expected because of boys' basketball practice. Many people attended and everyone seemed to have a great time dancing and watching others have fun. The donut eating contest was one of the events that took place. 9 people competed in the contest. The winner of the donut eating contest was George Nelson.
I was up against a lot of people, and I didn't think I was going to win at first, but then I was like, I could do it, so I just had to stuff them all in my mouth.
Basketball season is now in session. Stay tuned to watch your favorite players.
Money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank, yeah. Shout out what you drink.
It's basketball season again, and Hinkley boys basketball team is gearing up for this year's season. Brought to the team is 5 new faces: senior Josh Green and juniors Maboya Jefferson, Nevin Marshall, Ross Plagans, and Michael White. Now here's our interview with Dan Jarvis.
Well, new students give us coaches more decisions to make, and when they are selected to be on the team, they will affect the chemistry. Plus, then with the additional new players who bring some more size to us, we are looking to be pretty improved and looking for a very successful season. Well, our goals go in stages. First of all, we would like to win our first game. A real big goal for us, though, is to win the league, win the Skyline League.
Hey, now walk it out. 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 DJ Mike on the track. Walk it out. DJ Southside walk it out. We at it again, baby. Northside walk it out. Here we go. Now walk it out. 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 Now Westside walk it out. Southside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Northside walk it out.
This year, the girls have a new head coach for the girls varsity. Coach Dangerfield brings some great new techniques to the team. Here's a list of the girls who made the varsity team.
I want the kids to have fun and enjoy what they're doing. I'm not going to focus as much on wins and losses, but getting better. This is my 20th season coaching in Colorado. I played college basketball. The position came available. I live in Aurora, so I applied for it, and I got it. The girls' basketball team has been very successful in the past. I followed them throughout the years. I know they made it to the semifinals twice. They've been very competitive for the last 8 years. They've been very strong in their league. So I think that they already have a history of doing really well. So I was excited about that. Just really excited to be here, and I love Hinkley's colors.
Let's mix it up. Everybody comes out with their conclusion this week.
One of the events for Mix It Up Week was open mic at lunch.
I don't care what they gotta say, now that I've got a champagne. Make that step and sit up and get along. The birds sing, oh baby.
Mix It Up Day is a national day to get kids to step outside their comfort zone, hang out with people that they wouldn't normally ever meet or be friends with. We decided to participate because, with Hinkley being so diverse, there's also, I think a lot of kids notice that there's a lot of cliques, people hanging out with people that are exactly like them. So to celebrate our diversity.
Well, that's all for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in to HTBN News. I am Brittany.
And I'm Natasha Fowler.
Good night.